But really the beat has been carried again by ICICI Bank. Yet another quarter, yet another beat, at least for me. When you're looking at the net interest income number, it's up 2% QOQ, 11% YOY. That was largely in line with estimates. But operating profit is where the beat has come from. 18,746 crore, 6% sequential uptick in operating profit, 17% uptick YOY in operating profit. Mind you, viewers, ICICI has now made it a habit to get a beat on one metric every quarter. This is the metric in Q1 of FY26 where they've delivered a clear beat with regard to where the numbers are. Let's now look at the provisioning number. The provisions stood at 1815 crore rupees, which is a jump, yes, of a very, very low base, both YOY and QOQ. The number was expected to be around the 1600 crore mark, 1650 crore mark. At least that was what our estimates were indicating. But it's come in at 1815 crore. And the profit after tax has a mild positive bias to it, 12,768 crore versus the 12,000 crore estimate. So in fact, maybe it's a positive bias, but nonetheless, you've seen an uptick in profitability. Most analysts were penciling in a downtick in profitability. So the profit growth has come in for an ICICI Bank, up 15.5% on a YOY basis. What stands out for me is both asset quality as well as ROA for ICICI Bank. The GNPA ratio absolutely flat, 1.67%. Net NPA seeing a slight bit of an inch up. We'd have to understand as to what's bothering the numbers with regard to asset quality. But again, there's no material inch up. The NPA has gone up by just 2 basis points on a sequential basis, and it's down 2 basis points on a year-on-year basis. So very, very tight band in which they're playing with regard to asset quality. Look at the ROA number. Elevated base, high expectations. 2.52% was the ROA number in Q4 FY25. It's come in at 2.44% in Q1 FY26. So again, very, very strong number where the ROA is concerned. So of course, numbers trickling through, and we'll give you an update in terms of growth as well. Okay, maybe growth is something that we haven't covered. Let me cover that as well. When you're looking at loan growth, it's a slight, ever so tiny miss. 13.64 lakh crore. It's a 2% or 1.5% uptick on a sequential basis. And deposits doing very, very well for itself. On an elevated base, the deposit growth was absolutely flat sequentially, up 13% YOY. The loan growth was around 11.5% up YOY.